Kevin Flynn. Grid development diary entry number... In there, behind the screen, things are getting intense. The system's evolving. It's way past games now. The programs, they're like people. But that's not the real mind meld. It's the ISOs, man. Isomorphic algorithms. Been 7 years since I discovered the grid, and 5 since I found them. I still can't get over it. They just appeared. I didn't write them. No one did. They had their own functions, their own ideas. Free will, man. Try programming that. You can't. The basic programs, the ones I did write, and the ISOs, well, some get along, and some don't. Even my system administrator, Clu, seems different around them. Jalen, one of the leaders of the ISOs, died in the game grids. I think it was murder. And that's where my new system monitor security program comes in. I wrote it to get things under control. Just hope it's not too late to help. Not too late for peace.
These rogue programs are cause for concern. Their timing is suspect. You see, today marks a historic point for our system. Radia, leader of the ISOs, is being installed as system administrator. Together, she and Clu will shape our system's future. Clu and I have stepped up security system-wide. The untimely death of another ISO leader, and now this strange attack, have us on high alert. I'll report to Flynn about our little skirmish in the outlands. While I'm gone, I want you to monitor the perimeter. Prevent any unauthorized entry into the area. Be vigilant, program. We have to get to the bottom of this.
My name is Quorra. Radia asked me to join her. You know Radia, leader of the ISOs, soon to be system administrator?
No entry without proper authorization.
She's expecting me.
But Clu isn't. Since the accident, security has been increased. No entry without proper authorization.
Fine, then I'll get authorization.
She looks determined to get into trouble.
to our future. Past must be our guide. Only by seeing where we've gone can we appreciate where we are, where we can go. And if reaching our potential means basic and absolutely we have seen our system grow more than any of us imagined. And grow stronger still, so that one day we may even reach the ultimate goal. Perfection. Which brings us to why we're here. Our user, Kevin Flynn, tells us the way to that perfection is with the ISOs. And if he says sharing the system administration with an ISO leader is the next step, I say, let the future begin. I present to you your new ISO co-administrator, Radia.
Greetings, programs. While I am honored to accept this position on this historic occasion, I do it with a heavy heart. For I was to share this honor with Jalen up until his tragic demise. I wish with all my being he could have been here to witness this great moment. However, we must put aside grief. In the wake of loss, we must push forward for progress and embrace this new era of cooperation between ISOs and basics.
Greetings. It's your time. Embrace it.
Sever the stage!
So be it. If this is what you want.
Disease can spread faster than you can fight it. Insignificance. You cannot change the inevitable.
I think you would have preferred death to this.
A new type of system monitor. Good timing. Seems I owe you one. A viral attack shouldn't be possible. Perhaps this will give us an answer or two. Clu! What happened? A virus. It infected many. Both ISOs and basics.
Impossible.
You know this system is closed. Nothing gets in without me. And it didn't. It was already here. It evolved from the inside. It seems this Abraxas Virus was once an ISO. No way, man. An ISO wouldn't do this. How can we know for sure? By definition, they're unpredictable. They have no directive, no ordained function. They're a flaw. I blame myself. I should have seen this coming. And now their unpredictability has progressed into a form that could jeopardize the entire system. The ISOs aren't flaws. They're as much a part of the grid as you are. Flaws, my apology, I misspoke. I meant deviations. Programs with free will aren't deviations, Clu. They're a miracle. It's my fault you don't get it. I programmed you. Your limits are my doing. Well, that wasn't a knock on you, buddy. It was a knock on me. But let's stay focused on what's important. Eradicating this virus has to be the priority.
Flynn, you should leave the grid. It's an unnecessary risk being here while we resolve the situation.
Right. But I'm not sitting this out, Tron. You tackle it from in here, and I'll see what I can do from the outside.
I'll escort you to the portal. After I get Flynn out, I'll rejoin you and provide assistance. Until then, I need you to track down that virus and maintain surveillance on it. Flynn!
Am I still to create the perfect system? Yeah?
Flynn, go!
By the order of Clu, stand down!
before they see you. Take this. Upload it to your disk. Makes it easier to get around. was Clu. I saw him. He killed Flynn and Tron. We need to tell somebody. Everybody. They need to know what Clu's done. There's a man who can help us. Zeus. He believes in peace between ISOs and basics. He runs an ISO-friendly club in the city center. He'll know how to get the word out. We should split up. With luck, at least one of us will make it. I'll see you there! Zeus, come on.
Quorra, dear sweet Quorra. It's been far too long.
We need your help, Zeus. Something's happened.
If what has happened is half as dire as you're told, I'll need a drink. Libations, oh. Greetings, Monitor.
He's okay, Zeus. He's with me.
Are you certain? For him, ISOs and mingle with abandon. It's the only ISO safe haven in all the city. As you well know, not all approve of such policies. I've heard of the saboteurs that have reared their destructive head of late, and frankly, I like my business. So pardon my caution.
He's on our side, and we need him. Clu's taken over the grid. He must have been planning it for some time. He had soldiers, tanks, who knows what else?
Surely not. How could this happen? Flynn would never allow Clu such reign.
Flynn's dead. Tron too. Clu killed them.
And you know this how?
We saw him do it.
I see. Matters are dire indeed. And just as I was looking to move downtown. But as luck would have it, I can help.
You have a plan?
Zeus always has a plan. But I urge caution. If Clu can harm a user, his reach knows no bounds. You will need an advantage. You have full access to the soul controls. I'd suggest borrowing one bound for Aza City immediately. Find Radia before Clu does. She can spread the news to the ISO factions faster than anyone, and they will listen to her.
Thank you.
Of course, done. Vive la Resistance. Seems moving day has come a bit sooner than expected.
Take this! Now move! knew that was a haven for ISOs. This is what he wants. Clu's declared war on the ISOs. And with a weapon like that, who will help us? That's one of the guards who killed Tron!